Hey, what's that little German thing over there doing? Winning Trans Am races, apparently. Oh, yes. Look at this. Ah! Hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. Oh!
So today we've brought you our 1974 BMW 2002 Restomod that has been pretty much frame-off restoration. It's as beautiful as can be, but underneath is where it tells a new tale. It's completely modified, able to handle track duties as well as just outperform many other BMW 2002s out there.
Believe it or not, I have been doing this job for 10 years now, and I have spent almost no time in a BMW 2002. The 2002 and its siblings, the 1500 and 1600, were pretty much the defining cars in how BMW operated for the next 30 years. And so when Clarion Builds invited us out to drive their Restomod 2002, I immediately was like, yes, yes! We need to do that. I drove one of these once, and it was old and stock, and it was neat, but it was just an old car. So this one is very different.
So the suspension, everything underneath the car has been completely changed out. We've worked with partners like Ireland Engineering and Koni. We sourced a lot of the parts from Ireland, like the sway bars, the springs, the brakes, and Koni gave us some adjustable shocks.
The engine is the original M10, 4-cylinder out of here, 2-liter, but it has been gone over and massaged to get every last pony working as it should.
So under the hood is actually our factory M10 engine, but it's been beefed up considerably. We changed the pistons out to more higher compression pistons. The head has been completely overhauled, new valves. The engine itself puts out probably 20% more horsepower than it did when it left the factory. But to help things out, we also have dual Webers on the cars. Makes it a little quicker.
The gearbox is a 5-speed from a later 3 Series, but here on the Horse Thief Mile, we're really only using 2nd and 3rd gear. Very little power, but also only weighs about 2,200 pounds. And it's just a workhorse, man. This is all old school. It's not some brand new M3 engine, this thing. It's just the old school engine, hot rodded in the old school way. And guess what? Temperatures, perfect. It takes a beating, man. This is a car that you can tell has been set up for performance driving.
When we got the car, it was in okay shape. Looking on it, when we took it to basically when we stripped the car down, it told a different story. There had been previously fixed body damage, a whole lot of rust. We went through the whole thing, fixed it completely with our partner Diamond Hills out in Diamond Bar, California. They basically gave the car the treatment you see there with factory Shore Blue BMW paint, just looking as it did as it left the factory. The wheels are actually original BBS RS series wheels. The 15-inch we found in a container in Japan. Cool thing about those wheels are, there's a lot of reproductions and they've been remade since, but those are period correct for the car. They're 30+ years old. We had them restored by VR Wheel out in Walnut. So the interior of the car, we worked with Coupe King, and he actually hooked us up quite a bit getting that done. Because Euro spec cars offer different features than the US bound ones. And so what's inside of that car is a completely Euro spec, what they call a Luxe package interior, which features, leather door panels, leather interior, nicer carpet, just an entirely upgraded interior. If you look at the seats are out of a older model BMW 2002, just because we prefer the way they look. And everything else, new carpet, the gray Alcantara headliner, the Nardi steering wheel and shift knob, it's top notch, super, super nice.
This Luxe package ensures that you have to hang on the wheel with every fiber of your being during cornering. But look at this, it corners flat. It's got modern tires on it. Go, go! It feels like right at home next to a Porsche of the period. It's analog and it's got really good basics, really good bones, really good feedback. But I would describe it in the same way I describe a 70s 911. It's just honest. It's just a good, honest, simple little sports car that offers a ton of feedback, and it's a lot of fun. Now, it is a little silly to be at a racetrack with this car, even though I appreciate the luxury of it all. Where I really want to be is like in the south of France, touring vineyards, Northern California. It's a car that makes me want to cruise the countryside. And you could cruise the countryside at a rapid pace in one of these. On a public road, these speeds would still be pretty quick. It's just that on a racetrack, a lot of full throttle.
So the stereo in the car is completely unique. We wanted to keep the car as classic looking as possible, but still giving it some 21st century edge. Starting with the head unit, we have an NX605 Clarion touchscreen head unit. Working our way back to the speakers, the front kick panels have 6.5-inch components with tweeters. The rear package of the car has 5-way 6x9 speakers. And when you get towards the back of the car, inside of the trunk, we have two 10-inch subwoofers in a custom-made enclosure, fiberglass and everything, all of it powered by Clarion's 6-channel amplifier that feeds the highs and the subs. Well, we picked a 2002 as the flagship project for the Clarion's build program, well, mainly for one reason. It's cool as hell. You look at it, it's just a fun car. We had an interesting meeting leading up to the build, and we all sat around a table, just kind of asked each other, what would we build? We thought it would be a big debate, but within about 5 minutes, we were settled. Everybody almost unanimously threw out the name 2002, and we were settled. So we're actually going to be taking the car to Barrett-Jackson in April in Palm Beach, where it'll be auctioned off to support cancer research at TGen.